Hello everyone, this is Wrestling Watcher, a YouTube channel that's about watching professional wrestling. So this tag team, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, collectively known as Ryo, or Rio, a combination of their names, Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. I think creatively it's a success. I know there's been a lot of issues people have taken with Triple H's booking. Not liking this or not liking that. I like this tag team though. I think it's good creatively because with Stephanie Valkyr as the Raw Women's Champion, I think keeping challengers away by making a tag team of them and giving them a storyline to allow the champion some space to get some wins, like she did against Nikki Bella, I think allowing that to happen while having a good storyline on the side that's important for competitors like Rhea and Io is really smart creatively, because it lets your champion grow without having to, job out your top stars to them. I think Io and Rhea, they're both top names, they're both top stars, so you don't necessarily want to job them out to Stephanie Valkyr until it's time. It gives her more time to have a run, gives her more time to get seasoned with the title. Now, I wouldn't break them up for a little while. I've been thinking about this, and I think generally speaking, you want to keep them around till at least after WrestleMania, in my opinion. Yeah, I was thinking, what about at the Royal Rumble? What if you have a situation where it's one of those old classic storylines where you have a tag team, or you have just two competitors getting along. But even if they're not getting along, but it's that classic storyline where maybe Io Sky throws Rhea Ripley over the top rope with her back turned, and that triggers Rhea to attack Io Sky viciously, thus turning Rhea Ripley heel and leaving Io Sky as the babyface. I think that's the way to eventually do it. I sort of debate with myself whether or not I would pull that trigger at this year's Royal Rumble, upcoming in 2026. Part of me thinks that you want to keep them together for a while, really build up this tag team, really build it up to where when they do get divorced, when they do split up, it hurts. But at the same time, if you want to have them face off at WrestleMania in a one-on-one non-title grudge match, the Royal Rumble elimination storyline, tried and true, proven, I think would be a great place to do it. Maybe I'm wrong on that, we'll see. I think Stephanie Valkyr has potential opponents down the line. She doesn't need to face Rhea or Io yet, I don't think. I think Liv Morgan obviously is going to be the next one she faces off against. And we'll see what happens there. But, Io and Rhea, do you split them up at maybe the Royal Rumble like I suggested and have a one-on-one grudge match at WrestleMania? Something that's just no title, just a hard-hitting grudge match, because these two have been in a storyline since before this past year's WrestleMania, right? I believe it was a triple threat match, if I'm not mistaken. It was Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and I can't remember who else. There was a third competitor there. But it was a triple threat match at that WrestleMania, and, they've been in a storyline since before then. So maybe you do break them up and have it be a one-on-one at WrestleMania, but, maybe you don't. Maybe you have them win the tag championships at WrestleMania. Maybe you have Charlotte and Alexa versus Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. Maybe you build that up for next year's WrestleMania. I know they had the match at Raw, but you can definitely build up a storyline between those two teams for WrestleMania and have a great match. That could be a headliner. I don't know about night 2, but definitely night 1 for certain. Because you always want night 2, generally speaking, to be for a world championship one-on-one. So we'll see. We will see going forward, but that's going to be all for this one, guys. Thanks.